You can't win a rigged game. You can't win a rigged game. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I'm just here for entertainment purposes, okay? You can't win a rigged game. Let me tell you a little story about when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. My mom had given me $2 or $3 to go to the local carnival that came through town every year. And back then, you know, kids kind of wandered around town. It's not like it is now. And we lived in a little small country town, so we all felt very safe. So I went over to the carnival, and I remember they had the haunted house, you know, but I wouldn't go into it by myself. So I played the little games that they had. And I remember using up all my money on this one game. It was a coin toss. There were little plates, little dishes. And if your coin would stick to that plate, then you won whatever you picked out. It could be a teddy bear, whatever. And so I kept throwing my nickels. I got like $2 or $3 worth of nickels, and I kept throwing them, and each time that nickel would land on the plate, but it would slide off. So I went home and I told Grandma, I said, Grandma, I said, you know, I tried and tried, and my nickel would go on that plate, but I just could not win. I just could not win. She said, well, that game is rigged, and let me tell you a little secret here. They use butter on that dish. I said, what do you mean they use butter? Well, they put butter all over the dish so that when your coin goes onto the plate, it will slide off. Now, of course, this is many, many years ago, and I'm not saying that all carnivals do this or they do it at all. I'm saying this is back then. So the next day, my mom gave me $2 or $3 more, and I went over to the carnival that was still in town. And I went to the same place, and I looked, and Grandma had said, look over, way over in the corner, and see if you see a stick of butter. Well, I saw a stick of margarine, or what they called oleo back then. It was oleo. And I said to the man, I said, you know what? You know, it's 7 or 8, you know, how smart can I be? But I said, hey, I said, may I see the plate? And he said, why? I said, well, because I just want to check the plate out, because this plate, I want to try only this plate to get my coin on. And he kind of thought for a moment. He said, okay. So he took the plate off. He handed it to me. And I took my shirt or blouse or whatever I had on. I can't remember. I don't think I had a dress on. Whatever I had on. And I wiped and wiped and wiped that plate because it felt very greasy, very greasy. And so he looked at me and he didn't say anything, and he put that plate back where it belonged. And I threw a couple coins, and I got my coin stayed on that plate, and I won a teddy bear. Well, I said, I want to play it again. He said, no, you can only win one time. Okay. In other words, that game had been rigged. It had been rigged for no one to win. No one could win that game, no matter how skilled they were or how many people came by. If we're playing a board game and someone, you know, the way it's set up, that no matter how many people play fair, if you have 10 players and 9 of them are playing absolutely fair, but that 10th one who rigged that game on that board game and set it up so that no one can win, it doesn't matter how skilled or how good or how qualified or how legitimate those other 9 players are. That 10th one is going to win because, well, the game is set up that way. And so Grandma told me to always be alert to the rigged games. You can't win a rigged game, okay? You cannot win a rigged game. And so I wanted to come on here and talk about that. I wanted to come on here and talk about that story Grandma taught me and my little experience at the carnival. How that game had been rigged with butter on margarine or oleo as I said it was called, and how you could not win that game. Think about it, okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.